What is up, guys? It is Pool Party Cards. We are here today to talk about the top 3 scams you should avoid when you first get into sports cards or into sports cards for maybe a short period of time. So before we start today's video, make sure to hit subscribe, like this video, and to enter our 500 subscriber giveaway that should be coming up soon. We're at 200, should hit 500 maybe by the end of March. Comment your favorite sports team down below. We don't have a prize picked out yet for the winner, but it will be, I think, something pretty good to celebrate that milestone. But to get onto the video, today I'm here to tell you the top 3 scams to avoid when getting into sports cards. First off is scams that involve Facebook, Craigslist, basically anything that isn't eBay or other verified websites with a payment system that, kind of regulates itself. What I mean by this is that if you have to send money through PayPal to someone else when you buy their cards online, or when you're selling your cards online, is goods and services. What this means is that if the other person attempts to scam you in any way at all, PayPal will have your back. See, if someone requests friends and family, and you're already a little sketched out about the deal in the first place, maybe it's best to avoid it, because friends and family voids PayPal stepping in and taking matters into their own hands if, let's say, someone is trying to scam you. A very simple example of this would be if you ship someone a card, friends and family, all they have to do is claim they don't get it, and they could attempt to get a refund. But if you have goods and services, which only requires, I think it's a 2.7% fee, something like that, it's totally worth it. PayPal will step in, they'll look at both sides of the story. Most of the time, whoever is being the most honest will get their way. So for example, if someone claims you didn't send them their item, then, you send the tracking number, or you send a video of you packaging the item, taking it to the post office, whatever, depending on the value of it, and, they'll deny their claim. This is a common scam, happens all the time on Facebook. Number 2, and this kind of involves the first one as well when it comes to online transactions, is what I like to call the too good to be true scam. What this means is that it's prevalent on Instagram, especially a lot with Pokemon, but with sports as well, is that someone will have a lot of, let's say, $2,000 worth of cards, and they'll say $700 or best offer. Well, if it looks too good to be true, it usually is. Scammers like this, especially on Instagram, will say, no private messages. They want to keep it all, as minimal as possible, so there's no paper trail when they try to rip someone off. We're connecting the first point, they'll try to go friends and family instead of goods and services. These type of accounts often get deleted by Instagram and they make a new one. So maybe, look to see how long has this person been posting. This isn't a foolproof strategy, because there are people who I know for a fact on Instagram have pulled scams and have been posting for years. I don't know why Instagram doesn't take them down, but they'll have thousands of dollars worth of cards and want $1,000. And 99% of the time, that's just, if you may get lucky, but, I wouldn't count on it. This is a very easy way to get scammed, especially when you first get into cards. It gets really exciting when you think you're going to get a exceptional deal on something, but, do your homework too. It's always important, because a lot of these names float around on maybe message boards, blowout cards, whatever, that there may be a list of people who do scams, and that could be a good resource as well. It's something I may want to get started in the near future. But moving on, our next scam to avoid when getting on sports cards is the sponsored listing scam on eBay. What this is referring to is, let's say you type in Joe Burrow rookie card. I'll actually grab one. I got one right here. This is a common card seen with this scam, just a base 2020 Joe Burrow Select. But that type of card, someone will list for, let's say, $49.99 sponsor it, which means they pay to be at the top of the eBay list. They'll take a really pretty picture, offer free shipping, and at the end of the day, this is maybe a $5 to $10 card. What they're doing is prying on people who maybe are watching the Bengals play, just getting into cards, get excited, look up Joe Burrow, and buy the first card that pops up. In my opinion, it's a really slimy one of the worst card scams. Just prying on people who may not have the full, ammunition of knowledge and all that. So, yeah, just watch out for that. Always avoid the first listing on eBay. Scroll down. If you're on your phone, swipe to the right and hit the completed items tab. That will show you the recent completed prices on a card. So a card like this, Burrow, Jamar Chase, Mahomes in football, these really popular, trendy players, often that scam is directed to people looking for those cards, because those are the type of cards a lot of new people look for when they first get into sports cards. So that's another one of the scams to avoid. And the final sports card scam that I want to talk about today I have two more, but our next one is when you are at a card show, always do your homework. It's very easy to go up to a stand, and I wouldn't say this is a hard scam. This isn't like the last couple I've been saying, like directly trying to take people's money. But there are guys at a card show who will, intentionally overprice something and will either pressure a young person or maybe someone who seems new to buying a card. If you say you want to comp it, they say no. One of the biggest red flags, I think, to avoid in sports cards is when someone does not let you comp something. This means checking previously sold items. This is because they're not confident in their price. They know it's overpriced, and they're just trying to get someone to buy it. So if you stand there and say, hey, you use this card as an example again, you have this listed for 25, it sells for 10, will you take 12 or something? It's too reasonable. They want to get 25 for that card. So they'll say, no, sorry, don't do comps. In that case, just walk away. You most likely won't be getting many good deals at that stand anyways. Not good deals as in you get a $100 card for $5, but just fair deals, like $10 for $8, 8 to 12, that type of range. So, yeah, it's another one to avoid. Let me think. If there's anything else I think would be good advice to avoid when getting into sports cards. I think that's it, guys. Comment down below if you have any other advice for newer collectors. Love to hear from you guys what you think are things to look out for when you first get into cards. Just always do your due diligence. Maybe when you first go to card shows or when you first start buying on eBay, to simply verify everything you're buying. So text a friend a picture of what you're buying, say, hey, this is a good price. Or if you're trying to sell part of your collection, come to a card shop with somebody. They can look through it, make sure the price you were offered was a good one. But thank you guys for watching. Again, 500 subscriber giveaway coming up. Details will be released in a video, but to earn a early entry, comment your favorite sports team down below, subscribe, like the video, and as always, stay tuned for more.